Good evening, everybody. So, starting a new project today. The R32 Skyline GTST, I think it is. I can't remember, my memory's terrible. 4-door R32 Skyline. This one's going to be a little bit of a longer project. I've got some big plans for this. My friend's got an R32 drift car, and I'm going to basically replicate it using the aoshima R32. Quick look at me opening the box, going through it properly, and instantly, without touching mold lines, starting to pull bits off of this. So his car's actually got a 2-door rear end and a 2-door front end onto it. So I've sped this up a little bit because obviously this is time consuming. Scribing it through using my Tamiya scriber. It's quite effective. Just go very gently with it to start with, and then once you've got a bit of a groove there, you can use that to really start cutting through the panel. I mean, it's designed for panel line splitting and stuff like that, so I apologise, my hands were completely in the way for the majority of this, but got quite a way through it. And then I skipped through to move it into cutting the other side out, and then scribing the middle, which I think we'll see shortly in a moment. Well, I skipped that as well. Okay, so this is it after I've scribed it all out, cut the lights out, and now I'm just filing all the edges down just to tidy it up so that the 2-door rear end will fit in place. As you can see, nice straight edges, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll keep the standard boot lid. Then I looked at the pictures, and the 2-door boot lid is different to the 4-door boot lid, which in turn then meant I had to do some more modifying to that. But I'm going to show you me lining it up shortly with the replacement rear end for it, which I've cut off of a Tamiya R32 Skyline I was gifted that was already part built. So it wasn't the best of builds. My friend said basically do what you want with it, so I've just cut it to pieces. As you can see, it's sat there on the bench waiting, along with the front end off of that particular model as well. The plan was to try and get this to mate up real nice and easy. Here comes the bit. So I actually put this back to normal speed so you can see me trying to fit it, see where any gaps are and stuff like that. It's not the nicest of fits, but it's not the worst at the same time. Obviously I've still got the boot lid attached to it just in case in this situation. And I decided to cut the flat part of the boot off and leave the corner section where the top meets the back. So as you can see, I'm cutting that off of the model now. I'd already cut it off the back panel that I was using. For this, I didn't really feel like I could get the scriber in there, so I ended up just using my X-Acto blade or X-Acto knife, cut it nice and square. And now look at that, that looks so much better on there. Needs a little bit more filing, a little bit more trimming, but the shape's definitely sitting more where it needs to be. Load of sanding going on as well. So for this, I'm actually using quite an abrasive sanding pad there, and just using the pad still and sanding by moving the actual panel. And as you can see, starting to line up a bit more. Needs a bit more sanding doing, and then it starts to really take shape in a moment. But this is pretty much where I got to last night. Not bad considering I only started it last night. I've sort of jumped myself in at the deep end, hoping that I can get back on it at some point over the weekend. I've got mental busy with work at the moment. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Cheers guys, have a good one.